welcome. I do not have an intro, but I have half an hour of foliage work for you. So in this video, we are starting out with our very first animal that is going to move into our tropical island zoo. If you've not seen the ones before, we have already built kind of an entrance and a pier thing because this is on a tropical island and you will be brought here via a boat. And so we built a boat pier, we built a souvenir shop, and we had a planning episode. And so this is our very first animal that is, actually an animal. We are building for the hippo, not the pygmy hippo, but the big one. And they are really cool. They are located, oh my god, I'm sorry. They are located alongside a river. And if you aren't too happy with just watching foliage work for half an hour, although I don't know why you wouldn't, there's also me building a bridge across this little canyon thing. I don't know if you call it a canyon if there's a river, but yeah, we're also building a bridge. So for this video, we actually have timestamps. I don't usually do that because usually there's not a lot of different things going on. I go back and forth, but for this, for those of you who might be more interested in the construction side of this game, I did pinpoint the building of the bridge, so you can skip to that in case you don't want to watch me place plans for half an hour. I do have to say that I will have to cut this voiceover kind of short. I was already having some struggles with the time, and then I was talking for almost half an hour. I was really proud of myself for actually making it through that. And then I realized that I've never actually clicked on record a voiceover, so I was just talking to myself for half an hour. Although I do feel like I did click it, and I do feel like it set recording the entire time. And then when I was done, there was just nothing. So I'm kind of suspicious and I'm kind of scared, and you know what? I will stop this recording for a second now to see if it actually recorded, because now I'm paranoid. Okay, so it did, but it also kind of didn't. I did record this first part, and then I continued my voiceover, and then I saved it, and then it was gone again. And now it is very late at night. So we'll cut this even shorter, which I hate doing because I like it more when I get to talk to you all the way through. But I will cut this very, very shortly, and I think I will also, have to put little breaks in here. But yeah, I mean, what I talked about essentially was that I had to work pretty late today, and then tomorrow morning I'll go visit my dad. So I was already and that was kind of a spontaneous thing. And I missed the train. So, yeah, I was already having a lot of, a difficult time with time today. If I had known that I was going to be at work so long and then miss the train, obviously I would have done this this morning instead of tonight. But here I am, and it's really late now. But yeah, that is basically why talking now isn't really an option, but I wish I could, and I usually prefer videos that have a voiceover all the way through, so I don't really want to cut this short, but I know that I probably will. Okay, now I'll take a little bit of a break to see if it actually recorded. Okay, it is still actually recording. Good. So like I said, in this we are building a bridge, but we are also doing a lot of foliage work, and the reason being that obviously this is a tropical jungle-y island, and it is not the most realistic build, let's say that, but that's kind of what we're going for. So it doesn't have a realistic stable and shelter and backstage and whatnot. It just has a little bit of basically a little bit of a roof that they could sleep under. But yeah, it's not realistic by any means. I have other series on this channel that are way more realistic, so if that's more your thing, I'll be very, very happy for you to check those out. But yeah, in this it is more about this overgrown thing and just having a lot of fun with building a jungle essentially. So the foliage that you see now might seem a lot, but trust me, there's way more. And that, we all know, isn't the best for the piece count, whatever. Um, so far I've not really been having any troubles ever with piece count, so I've never had lagging, never had anything happen, and I hope it'll stay like that, knock on wood, but so far so good. I mean, I did run into some issues a couple of weeks ago actually, where it wouldn't really record properly anymore, and I still don't know why that is, and then I had to put the graphic settings down, but now it works. So yeah, we'll see what that was about, but like I said, usually my PC does not have any problems running it, so I'll just hope that it'll stay like that. What we're doing here, I'm not quite sure if I said it before, because I don't know what it is now that my computer is struggling so much to record the voiceover, but at least, you know what, at least it wasn't my fault. At least it wasn't me not clicking and then just started talking out of the blue. At least it was an issue with my computer and not just me. But before I have to unfortunately leave you guys, because like I said, it is really late at night now, I wanted to talk about the bridge. I would have waited for it to actually come up in the video, but honestly, I'm just so tired and I don't really have the time, and I have to get up early, and also processing a video takes forever, and then I also have to do the thumbnail. I don't know what is with me today. Like, my time management today was just off, but I wanted to give you something about the bridge. Actually, you will see that it is not the most realistic bridge. So it is one of those bridges that is held up by ropes, that is kind of like hanging on the ropes, and the ropes that I did choose would not be able to support this bridge, and I'm very aware of it, but I do think that it ended up looking cool. It's also a little bit too wide, but I didn't want it to create a bottleneck here, and yeah, the thing here is also that you don't see the hippos that much, which is what I wanted, kind of a bit. So you can see it from actually right where we are right now, and then also from the bridge, and then also from the boat ride. So there is a boat ride, and you can kind of see the track for the boat ride. And the way that I usually approach boat rides is I ignore the tracks, because to me it doesn't make sense that a boat needs a track. I mean, it does, because otherwise it would have to have someone, you know, steering it. But yeah, I don't know. I wish we could hide them. I wish we'd have like a null track for the boat, at least, because that really bothers me. But yeah, so I kind of ignore it, but the hippos can go underneath it, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that. But it makes sense, because they usually like walk on the floor of the water. So yeah, it makes sense they can go underneath it, which is really cool. I really like the vision that I have in my head is that you would take the boat tour through it, and like through the canyon kind of thing, and then there would be hippos just like chilling around in like this very very known sort of silhouette of a hippo that, you know, just like the upper part of their body like kind of comes out of the water. So that is kind of the image that I had in my head, and I think that looks really cool with this like overgrown kind of canyon thing. And then obviously the entire enclosure is very overgrown. Actually, I've lost like probably an hour of footage already, and also cut out some things, and there's still mostly foliage work, so that is how much you will see that here. But I do think it looks cool, and I hope you guys will agree, obviously, that it does look really cool to be this overgrown. And with stuff like this, it's always like you work on one area to make it look more realistic and more overgrown, and then you turn the camera, and then there's something that is not nearly as overgrown as the thing you just worked on, so you go to work on that thing, and then you turn the camera again, and you're like, okay, the thing that I just worked on now doesn't nearly have as much as the thing that I now worked on. So you kind of go back and forth all the time, and it gets more and more overcluttered, and I love it. And I just really, really hope that my PC will be able to handle it. If I continue like that, because I do plan to continue like that. Also for this video, we will have a real-time part in the end, so no cinematics. It will be a real-time part because there's still so much in like every direction that I kind of want to talk about, like how I'm planning to do it. That, you know, I think like cinematics, they will look cool probably, but they just wouldn't do justice to all the things that I have to say still that, you know, you can best do in a real-time part. But okay, now we actually are with the bridge. Great. But yeah, so I think now that we have reached the bridge, and maybe some of you have skipped here to just watch the bridge, in which case, hey, you're watching me build a bridge now, and then you also watch me leave now, because I don't have the time for the voiceover today. I did have it, and then I didn't record it. So hey. But yeah, hopefully next time I'll have the time to actually talk all the way through with you guys. But I mean, we will continue to talk because there's still the real-time part. So for now, I'll just leave you with some music and leave you continuing to watch this. I'm so sorry. I wish I could like spend more time around, but like I said, like I explained already, I can't today. But I still wanted to give you the video on time because, yeah, I like being on time. I'm also very tired, by the way. Okay, so see you in the real-time part. Enjoy the video until that point. Okay, see you. Isn't that idyllic? It's so nice. I wish I could just swim here, maybe not with hippos, but I really like this. I wish I would just be on that boat right now, looking at the hippos. So yeah, we will start to look at this from the boat perspective because that's probably my favorite. The boat is coming from this direction, going like this. So this will be the first thing that you see. Oops. Yeah, you see of the hippos. We'll probably, change something about this fence later on. I'm not a big fan of the fans. Okay, so, but I do really like this here. And then you turn the corner and you see the little beach that they have here. Let's say hello to the hippos. They're sleeping. There's also a lot of hippos probably on the ground of the water. Hold on. You kind of don't see them, but... Oh, well, I thought there were more. Let's find them. Here we go. So they're kind of roaming around down here. And like you can see, there's a lot of laying around here too. Honestly, I don't know what is with me today because this is also the second time that I'm recording this because I didn't plug the mic. No, it was plugged in. I just didn't switch from recording building to recording something with a voiceover, so it didn't record anything that I was saying, which is so much fun. So yeah, my first try actually one was using the mutt enrichment item, which I'm so sad that it doesn't do that now because that is actually one of my favorite animations ever because they're also dirty afterwards, which is so cute. But let's look at them. They're like laying around doing their best. Oh, it's getting up. Hello. Oh, they're so pretty. I really like them. But yeah, so this is actually aquatic grass, and I do think that kind of from afar, it looks so much better to have this rather than the actual texture of the grass. I quite like this. It's also looked good with, not really on this kind of terrain paint, but in others. It can look good to mix it with, I forgot the name of it, but this like very low growing, sort of grassy kind of thing. I don't know. It also comes with flowers. Okay. But yeah, this is kind of their habitat in terms of, their on-land area. They're not really using it a lot because they prefer the water, obviously. But let's get back into the water because I told you we were going to do it from the boat perspective and we didn't do it because I'm easily distracted. Okay, so we are a boat now. Hello, I'm boat. So yeah, I really like how when you're here, you can see them like steadily going in and out of the water. The other things are way more steep actually. But yeah, I quite like this. The floor, like the riverbed, I guess it's called. I will probably have an episode where I just go through it and detail that. I don't want to do that through each and every single episode that we are going to have on this river. So we're just going to do that in the end. But like I said, they can traverse underneath this, which is really nice because that also means that they can actually, come up like everywhere around here, which is really nice. Because like right here, I think it would be so cool if you're on that boat and you're just like, oh, a bridge. And then like right next to you is like, rah, it's a hippo. Rah is, by the way, the sound that hippos make. That's a scientific fact. We're in a tree. And rare moment of it being on land. And then if you follow this, actually, by the way, I quite like if we make it so that you can see roots of trees like here and there. And then once you like go underneath this bridge, this is actually going to be the open ocean. So we'll have to figure out if there's a way to, maybe have the waves crash in here. But for now, I like the way that it looks now. And also the watercolor will probably change and be more clear and blah, blah, blah. But now we are up here where the visitors are actually going to be. It's not connected yet. It will be connected over here in case you didn't see the planning episode. But for now, we'll start out here and then make our way over to... oh my god, I'm sorry. Over to the other island here. But now let's just plop ourselves down here and actually see it from the visitor's perspective. So you would come up here. Oh, we selected something. Hold on. Oh, God. Okay. So you come down here. This is actually the path that you're coming from. And the idea is really that you're usually just like very immersed into the jungle and then once in a while see an animal, which is, I think, really nice here. And then just like think that there's probably more and more trees in the back as we go. Now, so over here, obviously. So we come up here, and this is actually a little bit of an outlook into the habitat. That you can see their feeder from, but like I said, not a lot, and it's kind of obstructing the view, which is what I wanted. And I don't know why I thought this was funny, like someone broke this fence or like ran into it and fell down. I don't know. Not very funny, actually. I don't think that the zoo's insurance would really like that, but I mean, I thought it was funny. And then over here, we obviously have the bridge. This is kind of like grown on, and like these will probably I will put throughout this entire build, the entire zoo, but not always show because it will be very repetitive. But I kind of want to connect all the trees later on with these like vines. This is more like to show you what I'm planning to do. So let's actually go over the bridge. This is kind of those bridges that it will kind of shake when you walk over it, but obviously it doesn't do that in the game. And then from here, you actually have a nice view of the boat ride and the hippos over here. And I do quite like this, and I hope that the visitors are actually going to stop right here on this bridge. It's kind of the idea that I had with it, which is also why it's good that I made it this wide, even though it's kind of unrealistic for a bridge of this type to be this wide. But, yeah, I still think it will be good that, the visitors can pass through still, because this is bound to be a bottleneck, right? But yeah, so this is the bridge that you walk over. Obviously, you have a little look onto the ocean from here. And then over here, we will continue building, actually. So we are going to have another island over here. Or maybe, probably this will just be one island, and that is a river that goes through it. Or something like that. But, yeah, so we won't really continue on the main island for now. This will be our focus for now, because it's kind of hard because there will be so much of, like, just these kind of areas, of there's just, like, jungle in between, that it's kind of hard to plan out without building a lot in between. But so I thought this would be a good place to start, because I kind of know what I want to do with this island. And like all of this is actually kind of tricky to build without the rest, because obviously this is the finish and the end. So I have to know everything else and where you come from and all that. And this is just a staff path, actually, to put the hippos in. So, yeah. I hope you like this jungle. Hold on, let's finish on a nice look. I hope you like this jungle. I hope you're excited to see more of it. I hope to see you around another time. And I hope that it wasn't too crazy, that, today was just... I struggled with time, and I struggle with technology, and I struggle with struggling. So I hope you still liked it, and I hope you still learned something, maybe. And if not, then at least, now you also want to swim with hippos. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!